Greetings, mates. I'm just doing some packing for my big vacation coming up. I'm taking the crew to Ocean City, Maryland, a place I've been going to since I was a wee little kid. Do you have a vacation spot you were going to since you were a kid? Well, anyways, Ocean City is a nice little place. It's got a lot of history. So let's find out a little bit about it on today's special episode, Captain Adam Goes to Ocean City. We're going to take a brief look at the long history of Ocean City, Maryland, and a lot of the referencing comes from this book, Vanishing Ocean City. It's a great little book, nice for your coffee table, but you don't have to take my word for it. This book is great to read by accident or on purpose.
Everybody wants to say that books and reading is so special. Well, fuck books and fuck you.
I really enjoyed this book, and I'm just a disembodied skull. Well, I've got to finish packing. So, enjoy the show, and I'll see ya in Ocean City. Yar! Good old Ocean City. It's been a special place to me since I was a little pirate. But not just to me, many other people and pretty much every Marylander. The town's official birthday is July 4th, 1875. Hey, what do you know? It's 99 years younger than this great nation of ours. Ocean City has certainly evolved since then. It got its start being a quiet resort town and, as time rolled on, became a massive tourist spot for the northeastern United States. It's now a hotspot with many attractions, the main attractions being at the inlet, the southernmost point of Ocean City. But it wasn't always like that. The inlet was pretty much formed from a big hurricane in 1933, August 24th, 1933 to be exact. The inlet now is host to huge fishing tournaments, a cadre of rides and amusements, restaurants, hotels, shops, and arcades. And this is where the famous boardwalk starts. The boardwalk is where most of the rides are. And the rides, in large part, are there because of the Trimpers, Daniel and his wife Margaret. And they began their own family-owned company, and this company does have bigger rides on the boardwalk, but the main claim to fame are the indoor kiddie rides that are still in the original building and are still fully functional. Yep, in most part, these are the original rides. This really brings an historic charm to Ocean City, and the same little rides that I rode as a child are still there. And the most famous Trimpers attraction is the haunted house. Oh, I'm sorry. I meant
The haunted house.
There, that's better. Which is a ride-through haunted house that is delightfully corny and is pretty much the same as it's always been, and that's part of the charm. It's frozen in time. In fact, most of the things in Ocean City are pretty much untouched by time. A lot of things are the same as they were when I was a kid, which is awesome. I make the trip down every year, and it's like I've never left. Now, there was another haunted house attraction on the pier called the Morbid Manor, which opened in 1975. It was a walk-through haunted house, and through the 80s, it was huge. It was a unique part of the landscape on the pier and a big part of the fun of the boardwalk. I mean, look at that. You see that on the horizon, and you know you're in for some fun. Unfortunately, it burned down in 1995, so that sucks. And the boardwalk was also home to a wax museum, which opened in 1991 and claimed to be the biggest wax museum on the East Coast. Now, I'm not entirely sure how anyone could know that, but there it is. And I thought this place was great, but it closed its doors 4 years later in 1995, and then the building was converted into a Ripley's Believe It or Not museum, which is still a huge attraction today. The boardwalk was truly fascinating when I was a kid, and the arcades were a wonderland filled with games that I haven't seen anywhere else. The arcades are still there, but they're just not as good as they were. And the pinball tables are usually broken because no one there knows how to fix them now. But I'm glad these arcades are still there. The inlet and the boardwalk are just part of the fun of Ocean City. The whole town is exciting. Just driving down the coastal highway, you see putt-putt courses after putt-putt courses with big statues and all kinds of big attractions. Look, a fucking T-Rex. Holy shit, a dragon. Whoa, is that a pirate ship? And halfway down the coastal highway, there's a fucking amusement park, the Jolly Roger. which opened in 1964. Now, I might be just a little bit sentimental here, but the whole town just has so much going for it. This place filled me with wonder as a kid, and it still does today. There's go-karts, water parks, rides, arcades everywhere you look, great restaurants with great seafood, mini golf, fishing, and not to mention, there's a beach too. And I have so many memories with this place. It's great. The place is tremendous, and I'm glad I can go there. And today, we're going to take a little break from talking about movies and VHS and enjoy ourselves in Ocean City, Maryland. Because this is the Captain Adams VHS Pirate Ship Vacation Special. Captain Adam goes to Ocean City. All right. Okay, so going back to the boardwalk, there is one thing I forgot to mention, and that's Pirates Cove, the funhouse attraction that opened in 1971 and was designed by Bill Tracy. Now, if you don't know who Bill Tracy is, he was a world-famous designer of funhouses, haunted attractions, and what are known as dark rides. And through the 60s and 70s, this guy had stuff everywhere. He is revered as a revolutionary when it comes to funhouse attractions, and if you're into this kind of stuff, he's pretty much an icon. But as time rolled on, and many of these parks went belly up, so went these attractions. And Pirates Cove is one of the very, very few Bill Tracy attractions left in the world. And do you know what else Bill Tracy designed?
The Haunted House.
Yeah, that's right. He designed the Trimper's Haunted House, which opened in 1964. So there you go. You got two of the very few Bill Tracy attractions that are left in the world within blocks of each other. It's pretty astounding. And there was another fun house on the boardwalk that was Aladdin's Lamp, a Arabian Nights themed fun house that closed in 2018. Now, this wasn't designed by Bill Tracy, but it was still pretty neat and definitely a boardwalk icon. Earlier, I had mentioned the Jolly Roger theme park, which is an amusement park that's in Ocean City now, but before that, there existed another theme park called Ocean Playland, which opened in 1961 and closed in 1980. And this was also home to another Bill Tracy attraction with Ghost Ship. I'm sorry, I meant
Ghost Ship.
Excuse me. Yeah, Ocean City was certainly a cash cow for old Bill Tracy, and this place is long gone now, and all that's left are fading memories. And speaking of places in Ocean City that are long gone, there was also a drive-in theater called the Shore Drive-In, which was located 3 miles west of Ocean City. It opened in 1954 and closed in 1976, and the remnants and ruins are still there. And it's a pretty neat place to go check out. It's pretty creepy. So one of the other things that's synonymous with Ocean City is putt-putt. Oh, I'm sorry. The more PC term is mini golf.
Oh my god, I'm literally shaking. I bet he says ping pong instead of table tennis too.
Yep, I sure do. Anyways, there are lots of putt-putt courses in Ocean City, Maryland. In fact, there's pretty much one everywhere you look. But surely... Get it? Surely. It's the Eastern Shore. You know, it's the shore. Never mind. But surely the most famous and recognizable would have to be Old Pro Golf, which started in 1965, which now has multiple locations all throughout Ocean City, each with its own theme. And though there are other putt-putt companies in Ocean City, Old Pro Golf is pretty much an Ocean City staple. I had mentioned earlier about one of the appealing parts of Ocean City is the fact that there's things from my childhood that are still there. Well, there's also some things that aren't still there. like the Ocean Plaza Mall, which opened in the early 1980s and then closed its doors in the early 2000s, and it sat vacant all the way up till 2018, where it was eventually demolished. Now, I'm not entirely sure why, but this place always intrigues me. I suppose it's because it was a place from my youth where I spent a lot of time at, and there seem to be no pictures of this place from when it was in operation. The only pictures you can find are it being demolished or just sitting vacant. I have a lot of memories from this place, and now it's simply an enigma. And why did I spend so much time at this place in my youth? Well, because it's right across the street from the place I would always stay, and that is the Pyramid, which certainly boasts the most unique design of all the other high-rises in Ocean City. And this condominium building opened in 1975. And rumor has it that the designer actually planned on having two smaller versions of the Pyramid, one on each side, but they simply ran out of money. But hey, that's fine. I'm good with just one, and I love this place. Well, I could prattle on about Ocean City forever. So let's get down to business and take a look at some of my adventures from this year's trip. I'm recording now with the ocean in the background to improve this video's ambience. Also because I am an unprofessional schlub who really has no idea what he's doing. Every adventure must start at the beginning, and usually 75% of any epic is in the journey there. And an Ocean City trip is no exception. And though now I just cruise into Ocean City from the high seas of VHS collecting, I used to travel by car, and that would mean going to Route 50 and to Route 90. And while traveling to Ocean City via Route 90, I would always make it a point to stop at St. Martin's Neck, a small little nature preserve that is worth the journey, which overlooks the Assawoman Bay, which cuddles Ocean City from the west, and the Atlantic Ocean cuddles it from the east. And you get a spectacular view of Ocean City from this vantage point. Okay, so maybe spectacular is a bit embellished, but it was cloudy this day, so what do you want? I'm not Martin Scorsese. Now, I know it doesn't look like much, but St. Martin's Neck is quite the serene scene. Perfect place for a picnic. Then you got this magical little walkway, this little pier that goes out into the Assawoman Bay. Assawoman. Anyways, so yeah, this is a nice little marshland where you can see all kinds of wildlife. And as you can see, it's pretty cloudy on this day, but in the distance there is Ocean City. Tremendous view, and I don't know what that is over there, but I'm sure it's cool too. It's just a nice little underrated place that really captures the magic of the Eastern Shore. Lots of marshlands. You can see there some of the hotels in the distance, and down here there's some fish having a good old time. I wonder what's going on there. Wow. There you go. Yeah, there's Ocean City, some of the skyline, and you can see that nice little jetty there. So it's just a nice place.
And then after leaving there, I will continue east on the Route 90 bridge and into Ocean City. And then on to the Pyramid, where as soon as you check in, you're greeted with spectacular view after spectacular view. Here's the view from the private balcony, and as soon as you get off the elevator on your floor, it's already big time view city. Look at this. This is from the front balcony. There's the Atlantic Ocean across the way there. There's the coastal highway, Assawoman Bay in the background. There's the beach. It's just a fantastic view. It is really a holy shit kind of view. Such beauty, such majesty. And across the street is a shopping center. That's where the Ocean Plaza Mall was. That building there is a bank, but it used to be a Popeye's Chicken. And beside it, that building there used to be a Hardee's. Now it's a place called Bluefish, a Japanese cuisine takeout place. And the building in the back used to be a bank, but now it's a coffee shop. So that's weird. And that vacant lot there is where the Ocean Plaza Mall was. Used to be a center point of hustle and bustle, and now it's nothing. But what still remains there is Rose's, a Econoline department store in the same vein as Ames or Jamesway, and somehow this survived. And this place is certainly stuck in time because this building is very run down. As we're going to take a look inside here, as you can see, this is a blast from the past. This place is definitely delightfully frozen in time. Oh, they have electronics, and I wouldn't really recommend buying them from here. But yeah, this place is affectionately known as the junk store, and for some reason it's actually kind of an attraction all in itself. Not really sure why, but I enjoy going here. It's a really dirty store, and it's just, I don't know. But they have souvenirs and stuff like that, so it is a pretty cheap place to shop. But look, hey look, a pirate ship. And, well, they're not very well stocked at the moment. I guess there's not a lot of closeout stuff this year. And as you can see, they used to actually have a garden center, because this used to be a bustling department store. But now, empty shelves and dirty floors. It's just a charmingly dingy place. And here's a look at the former Ocean Plaza Mall at nighttime. Now, this is weird because 30 years ago, this parking lot was always packed, and this was a center point of light and excitement. And now it's just a black void
where light goes to die.
Okay, well, that's a little over dramatic, but it's still weird that this thing is just a vacant lot now. I mean, it was a great mall, and now it looks like a level with Double Dragon. But enough about that. How about more great views? Here's a view of the Assawoman Bay, and get right down to the point, why most people come to Ocean City. The beach. The motherfucking beach, yeah! Yes, the beach. The focal point to any beach resort vacation, and obviously Ocean City is no exception. This right here is what it's all about. Beachside. Sure, lots of things down here are pretty expensive, but sitting on the beach is free. Yeah, the beach is pretty much one of my favorite places. It's a nice place of tranquility and a great place to regain your brain. I like to cruise on in September because, well, there's not a lot of people here, the weather's still nice, and things are a little bit cheaper than they were in the summertime. And the beach in the early morning is certainly a peaceful place with seagulls and dolphins and a dump truck. What the? Yes, Ocean City is a tremendous place, and whether you're a fan of this place or not, it's still a very interesting town. And if you've never heard of this place, I hope this episode was a little educational to you. So I'm going to get back to enjoying my vacation, and don't worry, we'll return to talking about VHS and movies soon enough. So anyways, mates, I'll see you next time here on Captain Adam's VHS Pirate Ship. See you later, mateys.